A guttural claw
Scrampulus.
scramp would sound like. And welcome back to the Imaginarium. This is Inherited
Really?
Earth.
Wow,
I am
that's
Mr.
like
Hooper, and here are our monster marshals making claw scramp hands. Scramp, 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 scramp. So far, we've got Scramp and Forg. Probably make a Forg t-shirt. Probably make a Scramp t-shirt. All right. So, who wants to recap?
not it.
Oh shit.
Oh, I'm happy to do it this week. I actually took notes.
Yes.
Although once it came to the combat, I didn't do anything after that. So such is life. Yeah, Timur and Isaac continued guiding us through the swamp. Forgs don't speak English. Eden and Noodles got pizza colas, which was all great. Aretha, who was the Fort Queen, shared her bath with us. And we all jumped back on the fan boat to head towards the town. And we got a warning as we were leaving, like, watch out for claw scramps. And I I wrote claw scramps ? And anyway, we
Now you gotta
continued
put
on.
that exclamation mark.
No, well, no, I wasn't. I was more like, that seems like a breadcrumb, perhaps. It was a warning. It was a direct warning. It was literally saying, hey, there are claw scramps. Yeah. We decided to go into the open water instead of heading towards the debris field. Heard a guttural sound. Oh, that was where the skunk ape was. Yep. And we saw a skunk
Allegedly.
ape. No, we saw that. We saw that stuff. Yeah.
Piss off the skunk ape.
We heard him.
We may have heard him, but
We saw
Switchback
eyes.
will swear he saw it for the rest of his days.
How will we know if we saw it if you won't let me throw a grenade?
It's a very
No.
good question.
No.
Then we were trying to get to town. Ended up running into like a root or something. And yeah, Eden and Timur both fell out. Isaac fell into the boat. Noodles threw a rope. Anyway, there's a lot of combat notes. I had some good ones at the beginning, and then I was just like, there's too much happening. So we fought and killed a bunch of claw scramps after Eden fell out, and Isaac fell out. Yeah. No, Isaac fell in. It doesn't matter.
Timur
There
fell
was
out.
a lot of falling out. Everyone fell out. No. Anyway, so we kill all the claw scramps violently, and I believe we ended after the combat. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Yes.
I thought we killed them with kindness.
I killed one with the boat. Actually, I all of my combat is with the boat at this point. So
I didn't kill any of them, but I stabbed one real good.
I was like, you did some damage for sure. You rode one like it was a tiny bull
yeah, that was pretty exciting.
with your knife just sticking into it. That was pretty good.
Again, I thought it was way larger than it actually was, but I'm still fairly impressed with myself.
I mean, to be fair, it's like pony sized for you. I mean, maybe a Shetland, but donkey size. There we go.
Donkey.
Like,
Donkey.
there you go.
Oh, like a big dog.
Well, no, because Noodles is a
Donkey
goblin.
size to me.
Oh,
So,
Yeah.
like, what kind of, we're comparing them to dogs, but that's a big range. Like, are we talking Bichon Frise? Are we talking Great Dane? Or are we talking, like, I don't know, one of the ones that's like this size? I can't remember the name now because my brain.
Well,
is
in
big.
relation to the tall folk, it would be Chihuahua sized.
Actually, you know
No.
what? This is what.
No, bigger than Chihuahua,
Yeah.
like a real powerful Boston Bull.
As my first
But
action
the eyes
of
too.
the night, can Noodles take a ruler and measure one?
Yes.
All right.
excellent,
Noodles-
excellent. You
Noodles
have
would like-
measuring tape on you, I assume.
I was gonna say you
at all times?
carry a ruler with you, huh?
Is
Look, I haven't
Noodles
fully identified my
secretly
patches, but
A
probably.
15-year-old boy.
That's not where I thought that was going.
Well, here we are.
Here we are.
Yep.
Actually, that reminds me. Speaking of tools, measuring tape and that sort of thing. One of the big things about a goblin knife, and you know why it's important as a tradition, is that a knife. First of all, a knife is a tool. Second of all, they always have a secondary purpose as a tool. So be thinking what kind of tool your knife also is. Noodles.
Yep, I am.
Uh,
I need to. But for now, I'm
I
gonna
got
like. I know I've had some tools, so I'm gonna say one of them is yes a measuring tape, and I would like to measure the one that I stabbed and rode for a while.
2 feet. Makes it about 6 inches off the ground in its back, maybe 8 to 12 inches at the top of its head parts,
Boy,
and then the antennae, which, you
big
know,
and deep.
yeah, are awful all the time. That's the only thing I don't like about shrimp. Okay, so about most sea bugs, actually.
Man, did you see that thing? It was like 4 feet long.
It was totally that big.
4
You
of your
can ask
feet.
me because I measured it.
I believe you. I saw it.
I mean, these things, though, they do have a tendency to grow when your back is turned, so it might be 8 feet long by the time you reach down.
I buy it. I buy it. Do we want to get the hell out of the break room here?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's hit
Yes.
town, man.
Timor is squeezing out his shirt. He looks
Uh,
very late 90s action hero, grungy action hero aesthetic.
Lou briefly glances and then starts the motor.
I mean, of course, the look is also, you know, slightly broken or damaged by the fact that he's terrifyingly ugly on top of the gruff countenance. But
Oh, that's all the best action heroes are just busted up.
yeah, he's got some real Lance Henriksen vibes going on.
You don't necessarily have to look at his face.
Yeah, like he's got, damn girl, he's got.
Inappropriate.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but you know, it seems appropriate. All right, so you gotta you get the boat unwedged from the roots, and as I said last session, you can see some lights in the distance, you know, breaking through the trees along the shoreline. I assume that that's where you're headed.
Yeah, we're still trying to make our way now more cautiously through the murk.
Okay. Let's see here. Is anybody really paying attention to their surroundings, or is everybody kind of dead set on the town?
I'm certainly looking out for like any sort of obstructions, like for the boat, so I can
I'm
carefully.
looking out for any food.
Which you have, I think. You're carrying food. I thought you got candy at the very
Yeah,
least.
but there might be
Well-
something fresher along the way.
We've
Like the
got
claw scramps that
scramps.
we just killed.
Yeah, do
Yeah.
we gather all the bodies in?
We had certainly
least
gathered
most.
some. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, because the Frog Queen told us that it was good.
They're
eating.
good eating.
Mhm.
Oh,
Maybe
that's
town will appreciate
This
some fresh claw scramps.
Also did come from someone who routinely eats bugs raw, though. So we do have to remember that.
She liked my licorice.
and licorice is good. Okay, so you're Lou looking out for more obstructions. Not so
Yeah,
much.
that's my
speed.
main thing.
Okay. Noodles is
So
root-
driving.
Yes. Yeah. Noodles is scrounging for food, for cooked food or edible food. I haven't decided yet whether or not goblins can gut raw meats. I actually, you know what? Goblins can absolutely eat raw red meat as long as it's not ground. Well, we'll say that. Goblins are pretty robust. Humans can eat raw red meat. Goblins can definitely do it. So
Cared for properly, yeah.
Yeah, goblins don't have to worry about the cared for properly part so much. Robust little dudes and ladies and everything in between. They're kind of pathogen resistant.
White spots give it extra flavor.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, a gut parasite is just a new friend, you know?
Yeah, the one you bring with you.
Yeah,
More
everywhere
protein.
you go. So, and then Noah, what you got your eyes on? What you doing?
I'm not necessarily looking out for anything, but I am looking like outside of the boat because honestly, I'm probably sick of looking at just everyone in the boat.
Well, thanks to you too, buddy.
And on that
You
note,
get bored with the same people.
on that note, Eden, what you doing there?
Eden is pretty focused on the town. She, as the closer we get, the more focused she is on getting to the town.
Get away from these crazy folk.
I don't know. Appreciate the ride.
All
We
right,
we grow
so
on here at
Noah.
school.
Yep.
Noah, you do notice along the shoreline that you keep thinking you see the same pair of eyes that you saw earlier, intermittently.
Okay, so not like following us, but
Yes.
occasionally there will be some eyes. Okay,
Yeah, sure.
so maybe following us.
Sure. Yeah.
Cool.
4.
So not to alarm anybody, but I'm pretty sure Skunk Ape's still around. It's not as running and crashing and crazy, but have been seeing eyes. So either there's just so many skunk apes out here, which is worse for the
You-
one
You hush
has
your
been
mouth.
following us.
All the more reason for us to get to Owen.
Grenade at it.
No.
I never thought I would really hope a skunk ape was following me before.
Yeah, no, that's actually
I-
the better option right
I
now.
really hope it's following us. Let's just.
And-
It hasn't attacked us yet. I mean, maybe it's just curious.
As you are having this conversation, you're of course covering not ground but water, and are drawing right up onto Owen, which you see now it's kind of neat. It's definitely it's reminiscent of the Forg camp or the little Forg village, except built by people. Many more structures, and mostly built out of scrap. Now it's not full shanty status, being made out of scrap, but that's what it is. Especially this waterfront area. It has several canals into town, as well as docks there. Plenty of former oil barrels and that sort of stuff, kind of like acting as buoys and what have you. Most of the buildings are on stilts up out of the water. As a matter of fact, almost the entire town seems to be built on the water and then up onto solid shore.
Hey,
Which you- No, go ahead.
hey, guys. Just before we reach the town, I want to say something. When we find those assholes that took my car, I want you to give me like 2 minutes to try and sort it out by myself. Take care of them on my own.
Is this
I
going to
mean-
involve
Can
throwing?
we expand? Yeah, expand on the word "take care of."
Yeah, because if a grenade explodes in that 2 minutes, we're gonna have to at least react in some capacity.
I'm not planning on that. I got a plan. I just need you guys to do your best to trust me.
But you
I
don't want to
throw
say.
one grenade.
But you don't want to say what the plan is, and you don't plan on it involving grenades
This
doesn't
sounds
mean
pretty
they
stuff.
won't become
Look,
involved.
if they up and charge me when they see I ain't dead, then yeah, I'm gonna throw a grenade at them.
Huh? Why would you look like you were dead? I might have missed that part of the plan.
Well, I mean, this is what I've been thinking about. These guys, they really don't like goblins. Could have been they didn't intend on me surviving being as drunk as I was. Or maybe they thought something in the swamp would eat me. I don't know, man.
Oh.
But I will tell you, I want to talk to him, all right?
Yeah, it's
Fair enough to me.
honestly, she's probably right there. This ain't a metropolis, as you can see. But I've been here. The people are they're decent, kind of rough types sometimes, but we don't want to just go in guns well, you guys don't want to go in guns blazing. I mean, maybe you want to, but we got friends here. As a matter of fact, we should I know a little place here. I might have some friends, an acquaintance or two.
Yeah, lead the way, man.
I just want to confront him first. Not intending any violence, unless they bring it to me.
Sure. I think, though, at that point, may we step in and cut that 2 minutes shorter once the violence begins?
Once the violence begins, it's a party.
Oh, fantastic. Well, then I'm all about it, man.
I wouldn't throw a party that good, kicking in some racist shitheads if that's what they turn out to be, and not invite y'all.
Well, thank you.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, sure.
This sounds promising.
You guys' idea of a party is it's one hell of a thing. Here, turn this way. We're gonna go up this main canal here.
You don't
And
like shitheads?
What's that?
I mean, did you also want to join the party?
Well, I'm gonna have my own party once we hit up this spot here. You guys can do your thing.
No, you mean actual party, or is there going to be a bar fight? Because that sounds also kind of fun.
No, I'm gonna try not to fight in a bar. I have not been having an excellent time participating in violence. I've shit myself. I fell down.
That is
I got,
true.
my flippy floppies almost fell off when I was fighting that scramp. I don't think I'm cut out for it. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Hey, man, you're doing great.
Yeah.
You have mentioned that once or twice.
Well, yeah, it bears repeating. It's declarative statements. Here we go. And this main canal here it's very much like a main street. It has, of course, your bridges over it, to get from one side of this to the other. The town, unfortunately, stinks. It does have that algae town on canals smell that I hear towns on canals have. I'm not going to disparage any beautiful ancient European cities, but
oh no, Venice stinks. Venice
Okay.
stinks bad, and everyone knows it.
okay, all right. So what you're smelling is Venice without the cappuccino. Very little coffee going on, if any. But it leads up. It's kind of winding. There's some older buildings, definitely buildings. They were formerly 2 or 3 story buildings. Now they're 1 story because the first 2 are underwater. And, refitted to be able to sump water out, all that kind of thing. Imagine a favela, I want to say, is kind of a little bit of the feeling here. The people that occupy this area obviously know what they're doing in terms of building and that sort of thing. It's just, y'all are, well, maybe not noodles, but definitely likely the other three of you are used to more traditional building, and your town's not smelling like Venice. But it winds around a little bit and comes to as you start focusing ahead, you see a collection of boats kind of parked outside or moored outside a bell tower. Clearly used to be a church's bell tower with a now, a new facade and building constructed around it. This is fairly well lit. It's early it's early night. It's 7-ish right now, so it's dark out, and there weren't a lot of lights on in the rest of the town or the village that you saw. But here there are lots and lots of string lights. You can hear generators. You can see the generators on top of the building, that sort of thing, and a little bit of music coming from it. You can hear. This is it right here. This is the spot. Might be able to scratch up some information before we part ways, before you go off doing your crazy thing.
Yeah, this place looks all right.
This place worthy of the boom, gotta say.
Well, I hope you hold off on the booms, because
I mean,
Religious
I'll
stuff.
explain later.
oh, okay, all right, okay. So
Unless you just want to. Yeah,
no, I caught it before. We're good.
yeah,
All right.
it's metaphorical this time.
Metaphors, just to speak normal.
I mean,
And yes, so boom. Oh, hey, you're at the dock of this building.
Hey, all right, cool. Is there a good spot to moor up? I slow down, putter down with the motor.
Yeah, there's plenty. This is clearly, it's got one of those nice, wraparound piers there, and
Sure.
plenty of spots to moor up. Yeah.
Great. Yeah. Well, I find a spot close to the ramp in case we got to make a speedy out, or I guess close to the mouth of the harbor, or the whatever, the close to the exit, basically.
Okay. And so, yeah, as you moor up, all that kind of good stuff. Are you going to go ahead and approach the building, or?
does
yeah.
anyone notice us, or does anyone seem to take notice of us as we draw in?
People do kind of just glance at you. It's not there's not a ton of people outside of here. I mean, and it's the most active part of town that you've seen so far, but it's not packed. It's not crowded. But those who do seem to notice you just seem to notice you. They don't really seem to judge one way or the other. You do see a couple of goblins about, just doing their own thing. Fleetingly you see them. Clearly they either live here or they're traveling through. And at this point, seeing that there are some diverse, you see hobgoblins, no dwarves, strangely, maybe just not huge fans of water. You don't necessarily know, but you are seeing a pretty diverse group of individuals around this area, even though it's, not a super packed zone. As you go up the ramp and you kind of draw more flush with the, same elevation of the building, behind it, you can see that the water wraps around a little bit, but gets much, much shallower. What used to be a church was obviously on a hill, or it was the highest point in town, and then in town proper, and then the shore kind of continues to elevate, and there's plenty of trees and foliage behind it. Probably about 100 yards, 100 meters behind it is where that forest's edge begins.
It's like a wild forest beyond that point. Does it look groomed?
It's not groomed. Maybe the front edge of it's groomed, there's a you could see that there appears to be a path, or you can imagine that there's a path behind there into and north.
I'm already imagining that there's a path beyond.
See, we're on the same page. Excellent. This collaborative storytelling. But yeah, it's still wild forest.
Okay.
Let's go in, shall we?
Let's.
Yeah, sounds like a
Yeah.
decent plan.
Definitely
And as
let's
you
check out
approach-
some music.
Yeah, and speaking of, yeah, as you approach, the music, of course, gets louder because you're, getting closer to the source, and you can tell that it's definitely electronic. Yeah, and I don't mean like EDM. I mean, it's coming from an electric source. It's a jukebox or a stereo somewhere inside, that sort of thing. You don't really hear the sounds of reveling or partying, so definitely not a band playing. Also, the mix is more reasonable.
Noodles will dance her way through the front door.
A little Zemo.
Yep.
Give it some Zemo. And yeah, and there are just people kind of chilling and having a tasty beverage. There's a bar. It's kind of a rustic / beach bum vibe in terms of decor inside. Not a lot of weird cheesy tchotchkes, but a lot. I mean, there are plenty of hubcaps, but in the post-apocalypse, memorabilia has a little bit more significance than TGI Fridays. And the entire interior, I mean, it's open floor plan. It's a bar. And the entire interior of the building is, I want to say, actually, having mentioned TGI Fridays, probably about that much floor space.
Potato skins.
With that central bar there and the bartender. There are enough people standing and kind of walking around and chit-chatting. Let's see here. Which of you four wants to make an insight check?
I'll do it.
Yeah. Noodles.
Noodles.
What could go wrong?
Suddenly, the bar explodes.
All that alcohol just sitting there.
Just being wasted.
Yeah, don't worry. I actually am proficient in insight. And that's going to be a 15.
Nice.
Quite good enough. For one, this is a 2-step notice, actually. For one, you notice that the bartender is a pretty strikingly attractive youngish woman. Fabulous hair. Athletic, very light on her feet as she, does the bartender dance, basically around that.
Human, I assume?
Yes. Homo sapien, yes. You are a human. You're just not a Homo sapien. Uh-oh, one of our many executive producers has decided to chime in. I'll be
I
taking
don't
notes
see
during the
a tail.
halftime.
Tentacle, I like it.
But yeah, and very charismatic, in her dealings with the customers. Clearly enjoys her job, and she's the only bartender. There are a few wait staff of different species and whatnot, kind of walking around, and one approaches your group, reaching Isaac first, actually, who you notice has kind of turned away from the bar a little bit. And yeah, I'll have a are you carrying, do you have gin right now? And the wait person responds in the affirmative. So he orders a gin and mixer. I drink gin and tonic. This is not my self-insert. I'd be much cooler.
Can I make an insight check specifically on Isaac? Figure out if he's trying to hide from the bartender?
That is what the insight check was. Yes.
Oh.
And he definitely is kind of he's shooting glances towards the bar, kind of trying to, but also yeah, kind of looking away. Got his back.
Noodles, figuring she is below everyone's eye level, will give him kind of a friendly elbow in the side of his leg, I guess.
And at that, because he's clearly so nervous, his leg almost comes out from underneath him, like you've kicked the back of his knees. Like, oh, hey, what?
Hey, whoa, sorry, you okay there?
Hey, yeah. No, I'm great. I'm doing great.
So how do you know her? X?
Ooh, I just met that waiter.
Hey, Talls? Come on, you like
Mhm.
smack the back of his head, please. I can't reach.
What?
Never
No,
mind.
no. I'm very sensitive. Please don't. And
Eden smacks
Timor.
the back of his head.
Yeah, Eden and Timor like. Whoosh.
Don't lie to me. You know I'm talking about the bartender.
Yeah.
That's watch.
Well, you know how I'm not good at fighting?
Right, you're a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah, exactly. And I came with you guys out here.
To see her?
Yeah.
Maybe.
So she is or she is not your lover?
Does
Eh,
she know who you are?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you again?
What?
I think
What?
if he was currently her lover, he wouldn't be so nervous.
Hey,
So
we keep
X
we
or
we
crush.
we keep throwing around the L word here. That's it's pretty archaic, don't you think? I like to think you know, like she was a good friend of mine, and you
I
know,
never understood a single word she said, but I hope you help her drink the wine.
uh, don't throw song lyrics at me when I'm trying to act. But you know, well, look at this place. It's a nice place, right? She you know, she didn't. I run a bait shop, you know. Minor smuggling, not smuggling of minors.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Good.
you know,
Thank
small
you.
time.
I mean, there
Uh,
can't be much good mining around here.
Yeah, I want you to stay on that track. Yeah, thank you. Hey,
So like, okay, look, I'm just gonna lay it out for you because you're clearly very nervous. Have you?
I mean, that's
God.
yeah. And
Thanks.
Timor, oh my god, you don't just
That was very direct.
you know what? You're gonna do that. I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll talk to maybe she be my not ex, huh? And he.
So we agree. He's. So I never got an answer.
Well,
I go
we
with
never,
T-
we
I
never,
go with Timor.
we never broke. We never broke up. We never broke up.
Okay.
Oh,
So
did you just leave?
No, she did.
Oh,
So you were together.
Yeah.
Are together?
I mean, it's not like
you
I can just.
still want to be together, but you're not sure about her feelings, is what you're saying?
Well, she looks. I mean, she looks pretty happy, doesn't she? Right.
She absolutely does, yes.
So I mean,
Yeah, you know, but she can't. You know, a person can be happy without you, but still have a life richer with you, man.
Oh wow.
Well,
That's
noodles.
Wow.
yeah.
That's,
Whoa.
that's the deepest thing you've ever said in the. Well, I guess it has only been about, 2 days that we've known you, so.
It may be.
It's our fault for
Pretty
jumping
sure
to
that I have
conclusions.
said plenty of very deep things, but
That's true,
moving
but
on
we didn't
from
get it.
that, you guys should stop listening when you hear explosions. Explosive. You know what I mean.
The explosives
Anyway,
do make it hard
I-
to hear.
They do.
You gotta talk to her. Look, I'll be beside you. And I mean right beside you. She won't be able to see me because the bar will hide me.
And if you want a not crazy idea, I can go talk you up.
I think you should let Noodles do it.
Or
that's
we
certainly
already
going
came
to be
back
the
with
most
drinks.
fun.
Or I could leave off and see if there's any goblins around here I can talk to, and they would probably talk to me. But
You know,
I think you've been pretty good in this. Besides the falling out of the boat and the shitting yourself. Actually, wait. Quick question: How does Isaac currently smell?
oh, he smells delightful. You all,
Okay.
Eden and Timor are perhaps a little less crescent fresh, but because they've both hit the water. But you don't. But neither Eden nor Timor, stink like swamp. And then the rest of you smell amazing, along with Isaac.
You look good. You smell good. You're back up in town. Go up there and be vulnerable. Show her on your face when you walk up. You show that lovely human woman that you're happy to see her and that you've missed her.
And the waiter, the wait staff comes back with his drink and he takes it. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna get a breath of fresh air first.
You promised me, you're gonna come back, right?
Sure, yeah. As he goes out the door, almost tripping on the threshold on the way out.
Yeah, he's never coming back.
Think I should try and get over there? No.
I don't know. I'm gonna go get a drink. So
well, you know what?
We offered help, he refused.
Are there any goblins in the room?
Yes, yeah. There are a number of goblins at a table playing poker with the bar skink.
Are they arranged like the dogs playing poker?
You know they are. Yeah. So Lou has gone up to the bar with Timor. Noah, are you going to the bar? And Eden, are you going?
I'm going to head up. Yeah.
I will. Yeah, I'll go with Noah.
Okay. As you arrive, now Lou has been a little bit kind of just not paying attention. It's kind of letting Timor do his thing. As you two arrive, you sidle up next to Timor just in time to hear him as he's talking to the bartender. And then I said, "That's not a racehorse." And she slaps him. And he's like, "Oh. Yeah, I guess I should tell you my name first. I'm Timor. I am an adventure guide, and these are my clients. They
Hey, we clients, like, we barely know this guy. Whatever you just said.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we know we've been through some things together. We're pretty close at this point.
We watched you fall out of a boat.
Yeah, it's adventure. Sometimes you fall in water.
Hilarious.
What was that? Oh, that was hilarious. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I like to do a little clowning for the kids. There,
there are a lot of kids around.
They get scared. I mean, you're pretty young. They go, we go out and it's scary. Oh, there's class cramps. Oh no, and the roots and the whatnot and the falling, crocodiles and dinosaurs and what have you. It's just all a day in the life for old Timor.
Actually, good note, Timor. I mean, we got some claw scramps. You got a place we can cook them back there?
And the beautiful young lady, honey, you're not cooking anything in my kitchen, but I might have a few dollars for him.
I can't go wrong.
I hope you're not planning on paying with Claw Scramp.
I mean,
no.
I mean, unless you take them.
We've got money.
See, yeah, no, we'll do 2 separate transactions.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. See, I buy the Claw Scramps, maybe. You buy the drinks, definitely. And everybody's happy.
Sure. Yeah. But do you have like some claw scramp stew or something that we could get? I'm hungry as hell. We've been just like all over the place today.
So real quickly though, is claw scramp good?
Oh, it depends on how you cook it. If you bread it, you know, you just you gotta soak it in milk, which is admittedly not very plentiful these days, but I'm sure I could find some pretty quick. Soak them in milk. You can bread them. You can pan fry them. They tend to stick a little bit, so you want to actually, if you want to go through the trouble of deshelling them, then yeah, you bread them, you fry them, that sort of thing. You can boil them. It's a little bland then, you know. You definitely need butter, and again, dairy. But
But
yeah,
it
they're not
sounds
bad.
great.
They're
I'll
not
get a
bad.
basket of that. Absolutely.
That's great. I don't have any claw scram.
Oh, shit. All right, I'll be back. And I head out to the boat to carry those. Well, you know what? I might need some help. So I guess I slap Timor on the shoulder. I'm like, come on, asshole.
Oh, I was talking to that girl.
Yeah, we saw it.
Yeah, I think so. You know, just give me a few more minutes. But all right, I'll help.
Right, and we head out to go get the claw scraps.
So just curious, does this fine establishment have any house special drinks or anything?
Yeah, we have a sangria. You'd be amazed at what we can turn into wine around here. So, oh no, honey, don't worry. Nothing that used to move. Nothing that would have killed you back before it was a drink.
Sure, why not? You only live once. I'll take
Right.
some.
All right.
If Noodles was there, she'd be bored.
Well, no, Noodles is with the group at the bar, right?
Oh yeah, actually, I know it's wrong. Hi. Noodles will
hello.
climb up on top of one of the bar stools so she can see over it.
Oh, hello there.
Hi, how are you?
Peachy Keen, what can I do for you?
By the way, there was a fellow with our group. I think he said he might have wanted to buy you a drink.
Are you talking about your anomalously Eastern European friend?
Oh God, no! I wouldn't inflict that on you.
I mean, I'm sure he was cute, you know, before the cheese grater incident or whatever, but
Never my type.
Hey, looks aren't all. He is also quite a bit of an asshole.
yeah, I kind of, yeah.
No, this is someone else. Noodles is just gonna be watching her reactions. She's playing it casual, but she's very clearly watching her reactions. This is someone we picked up to help just pilot us through the swamp. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
One of these the Bayou boys.
Have we seen Bayou Boy?
I mean, he's not one of the ones in here at the moment.
No. No, we picked him up out a couple hours outside of the
Theodore.
Theodore.
And it's at this time when shakily and in the least Clint Eastwoodly way, having lost every last ounce of Denzel Washington he may have ever possessed, Isaac kind of shakily strolls up to the bar and
Noodles.
there's a meeting of the eyes, and she's kind of just, you know, he's, you know, hey, nice to see you again. And she, you know, makes intense eye contact with him, but kind of turns to start making Noah's drink. Noodles, did you order anything?
Not yet. Can you make me something sweet?
Lemon drop, okay. And she's still looking at Isaac, and for the lady,
Double whiskey.
classy. I like it. So all drinks are poured, and she this entire time hasn't really addressed Isaac. She's listed off prices and that sort of thing, and collected dollars. Everybody just spend 10. Actually, Noah, you spend 15. Sangria.
Maybe for a pitcher.
Swamp water sangria in this economy. And then, she, after all that, she does, address Isaac. Well, I see you already got a drink, so why are you standing up here? And he just, Daisy, it's nice to see you again. These friends of mine gave me a ride up. I was never really much for leaving, but well, this one needed help. The goblin, she needed help, so I decided I'd help her out, and the other, the other two, and the big guy, he I just figured maybe they could use an extra pair of hands, and helping Noodles here get her car back. Yeah, she needs to get her car back, and I can't ignore a lady in distress. So here I am. How are you?
I am
Be like-
frantically looking through my abilities to see if there's anything I can do to help this man.
Well, he does sit at a stool, and she kind of, she leans on the bar next to him, and you all probably get the impression that this would be a good time to go find a seat somewhere.
Yeah, Noodles will literally drop out of sight, slide off the bar stool, and go looking for that group of goblins she spotted.
Lou bursts back in with the armful of claw scramps with Seymour right behind. Like, yeah, like they're kind of small, I think, but they're gotta be worth a little bit. Dump them on the bar.
Noodles stops her progress and is like, "That's like timing, man."
And Daisy kind of like glances at the claw scramp carcasses, whistles, and from the back, there is an actual kitchen somewhere on these premises, comes a very let's see here, I don't want to say quick approaches what is obviously the head chef, a hobgoblin. Yeah, he's definitely greasy spoon cook.
Okay.
But yeah, you can make an inference that this being a hobgoblin, probably very serious about his work.
Oh, yeah.
What are these?
That's
these-
what you want making your claw scramps.
Dude, where'd you get the claw scramp? Who's fishing claw scramp?
We picked him up outside of town like 40 minutes ago.
Oh, that's fresh.
Yeah.
I don't know. And he kind of leans over to Daisy, and you can see him kind of gesturing numbers of fingers. Well, the boss says we can give you 100.
100.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Love it.
All right.
Take it.
I love it,
Absolutely.
sucker. All right. any whistles for another cook. And the disher
And if
comes
being
up.
a sucker buys me some of those breaded claw scramps, I'm ready for it, man.
Well, yeah, you know, hey, you might be a fool, but you won't be a hungry one. All right. And yeah. Hey.
Eden will now slap you upside the head. Do you not know how to haggle?
No, I do, but like, there's a time and a place.
Yeah,
All right.
now and right now.
Oh,
Noodles was going to pinch each of you on the back of your knees.
Ow!
ah,
Guys. Hey. And she gestures kind of like upwards to Daisy and Isaac.
oh,
I
Isaac
do
who's-
have some prizes for you.
Why? We're in a public place.
all right. Well, baskets of claw scramps when they're ready, and I grab the drink that must have been prepared while I was out, and we'll go back.
What is
Pretty
I
safe.
don't
Come
Fine.
on, can't you see that there's romance happening?
ew gross.
Don't.
And this would be a good time to take our break for 10 minutes and let everybody, let all of our junior marshals recover from that dramatic, very, very human, heartfelt scene. And we'll be back in 10.
Claw scramps.
Scramps!
Scramps.
Rams!
Green light.
Hey.
Hey.
Fuller.
possums.
Or a large rat.
Don't
Yeah,
for
yeah.
possums either.
Those have very different body types.
Yeah, but in the dark when I'm not up close and it's doing rat stuff, moving around fast.
Did it scream?
Oh, yeah, good question.
It was not a screaming possum, actually, that I know of. Well, if it was a possum, it was a screaming possum. So probably it was a rat. Welcome back to the Imaginarium, Junior Marshals. We are back, obviously. We were just discussing the local flora and fauna of my lovely town. And we are back to the bar. We have allowed Isaac to do his thing and try to have this conversation. We have sold, or at least offloaded, negotiated the claw scramps. So
There's
it's
really
not-
no negotiation.
There sure wasn't.
And let's see here. Noodles was finding her way to the table, one of the tables where goblins are gathered playing poker with the bar skink. And I assume the others are posting up at their own table.
Yeah, we'll sit together.
Yep.
Seems
Eden,
wise.
you got to join us, of course.
Here's mud in your eye.
So
I mean-
any conversation between you two that Timor may or may not participate in, or you three at the table full of talls.
Yeah. Eden, where are you headed from here? I mean, we got you to town, but I mean, we could definitely use those guns trying to get this this hamster ball. Murder
Yeah.
balls.
I believe that. Well, I'll tell you what, I hadn't thought too many steps ahead. I'll be quite honest with you. I'm a little bit flying by the seat of my pants. I'm also a little bit broke.
Oh.
So these fellers you're going after, they sound like real shitheads. They got like money and guns by any chance? Because I could really use some money and some better guns.
They
Guns
likely have
for
guns.
sure.
All right.
Money? I
All
don't
right.
know. I mean, we could certainly keep you afloat as long as you ride with us.
All right. All right.
I will say we have definitely stole a bunch of stuff from them that we then later used or sold.
That
Like
could
your
work.
motorcycle, Lou.
Yeah, I could have sold that thing. That would have been great.
Would
But
have
I
been much
blew it
better
up
idea.
instead.
You
Yeah.
blew it up instead. Was it?
I drove it into I believe a gate of some kind, trying to break into a compound. I dove off of it. Yeah,
That is much more badass than I would have been led to believe by the events of today. So, although you're driving,
that's the thing,
pretty
man.
top notch.
You like driving.
You
I
did some
really thought it
fancy
was
stuff
gonna-
with that boat.
Yeah, hopefully I don't have to wreck the boat, right?
You know, yeah.
Make sure we have another one if you do.
Awkward.
Yeah,
And then
we
go
have
crazy.
another- we have a bus,
That's still Megan's boat.
right?
That's a good point. We probably
Not
should
our
do
boat.
that. Yeah.
Not
yeah.
our boat.
I usually have little regard for people's personal property, but Megan's pretty nice. She lets you take the boat without going with you.
It did give. I thought the boat was given to us.
No, this is just a loaner, but I mean, if it breaks, I think we could probably find a replacement
All right.
that Megan would like. I mean, I bet you would find something that we could.
I mean, there's a decent chance that the gatekeepers have some boats.
I mean, last thing we saw they had was like 3 helicopters, so I think they might have a boat somewhere out here in this swamp.
Tell me more about the gatekeepers.
Oh, yeah. They're the dudes. They're those.
That's the racist shitheads.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. They're,
Okay.
You might have seen them around in your travels. They've got like usually black leather jackets and skulls and cross. No, there's a key. It's a big key with a skull at the top of the key. is the
Oh,
image.
them fellers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate them. They suck.
That's generally the consensus.
All right. You know what? My next best plan, I was just gonna start asking around for who was hiring, but this seems like a pretty good lead, and you sure as hell could use some more firepower.
That's true.
All right, I'm in for the next little adventure at least.
Yeah.
Let's yeah, better guns. I need to re-up my I've left a lot of things behind. Also, we're heading further away from the swamp we came from. Yeah, that's the general direction, or do you don't know exactly where these
Yeah,
gatekeeper
I
fellows
guess it
are?
depends.
We're looking
All
for
right.
the murder ball, and then we kind of just okay. So things seem to happen around us, and we kind of just go with the flow.
We're
Mm.
kind of holistic adventurers like that.
It's worked really well so far. So
And
yeah,
and nobody's going hungry. Nobody's
no, like we'll find some goblins that are having a giant feast in our honor.
That was pretty good.
That was
you
great.
found goblins having a feast in your honor.
They kind of found us.
Yeah, but they really liked our explosions, and
Yeah.
so they threw a party in our honor. That did happen.
Yeah,
That
and they had beefalo, which
There
was
was
really
before.
good.
It was
And that was the first time we had the crazy get you high coffee.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
not expecting that.
Yeah,
I
it's
was not
nuts.
expecting
None
that.
of us were. Well, I'll be honest. I kind of sniffed it, and I'm not unfamiliar with the products of the region, but I had not had that yet. Holy smokes.
I'm not as mad about it as I thought I would be if you had asked me about it before it had happened. But now that it's after it's happened, as I'm looking back on it, it wasn't that bad. I don't know. I have conflicted feelings.
They
I
seemed
mean-
like safe guys. That's really all you have to do. You
Yeah.
know, like,
I had tiger face paint on for like a week afterwards.
That's true. You did have that tiger face paint on for a while.
It did not come off easily.
It
Who-
looked
who-
good. No, it
who
was
put
like
this
your
on?
true self.
A goblin.
Oh yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, they well sometimes they use lead in their paint, but mostly it's latex. It's it's a thing with them. Yeah, craftsmen. You wouldn't call a goblin an artist necessarily unless they're an artist, but they definitely take what they do seriously. Speaking of goblins, Noodles.
Do Noodle, I in my head, I imagine Noodles hearing that remark come across the bar and just,
yeah, reasonable.
if looks could kill. Yeah, so Noodles rolls up to these groups of goblins. First, do I see any clan tattoos on them?
No, you don't. These are well, you do. Sorry. Let me backtrack. You do. I haven't thought of any. So there's that. But yeah, you see several different ones. You know that that's what they are, that those are definitely clan tattoos. But you don't recognize any of them.
Not from around here. Hi, friends, cousins.
Hey! And the skinks. Not an angry hiss.
Barsky.
Yeah.
Got room
Bar-
at the table for another? I'll buy a few skins for the round.
yeah, they scoot aside. They basically, like, as they're saying, hey, like, make room. This is, kind of
Noodles. So I assume that this is like a goblin-sized table with goblin-sized chairs.
no, this is just a regular table with regular chairs. So yeah, feet are kicking and stuff like that.
Again, I'm imagining those like cheap ass plastic bolsters.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, there's a few of those.
Yeah, so you can
Mostly
see
those
over
are
the
being
table.
used as footstools by particularly small gobos there, just kind of standing there, peeking over the edge of the table.
Hey, I just got here into town. How's everybody doing? You guys live here or are you passing through?
Passing through. Live here.
Nice. Here, good collection of cousins. You know, you guys want to hear something kind of cool?
Well, yeah.
I'm on a mission.
Ooh.
I'm tracking down some racist fuck kids.
Oh, those guys.
Are they local?
And it's a chorus of that noise coming from them.
Let me ask a more pointed question. You guys seen a really cool car?
I once saw part of a Bugatti.
Nah. This is might not track this that. This one. This is a marble.
Oh, yeah.
This is for you ever heard of Chicago marbles?
Well, yeah. No.
I'm one of the best. Don't need to honk my own horn. But I was passing through somewhere fairly near, and these fuckheads, they reneged on a bet. They got me drunk and they took my ride, even though they can't fit in it.
Boo.
I'm looking to
when
get
you
it
said
back.
that you didn't want to honk your own horn, one of your fellow goblins did pull out a horn and go, well,
Noodles will take a little bit of her drink, pour it into his cup.
well, thanks.
Hopefully it didn't mix too badly with whatever the fuck he was already drinking. Have you seen anything like that? Have you seen have you seen a marble around?
Yeah. Those guys, when they came into town, they had something like that with them. And then another guy came into town, and he didn't really chase him out, but they haven't been here as much. And when they were here, they had it. And then when they left, they had it. But sometimes they come back and they don't have it.
Can you who chased him? Who made him feel unwelcome? Do you know?
I think he was their boss or something like that. He was a big guy.
Did he have like an ugly leather jacket on?
He had a long coat and a leather jacket and a big vest thing and a great big axe and pointy ears and a big nose. He was a hobgoblin.
I don't think he could have been their boss. Like I said,
Yeah.
these guys are racist shitheads.
Right. But they're also, it's one of those things. Like if you weren't a goblin, but you were goblin sized and something bigger came along and told you what to do,
So he go out of town with them?
Yeah, he didn't chase him out of town. He almost dragged him
Rounded
out.
them up.
Yeah.
Do you know which direction they went? Did they go deeper into the swamp or anything?
Well, there's two of them right over there. And yeah, you see a couple of sullen, greasy, long-haired. They look like the worst kind of metalhead, not the good kind like me. The real turds sitting over in the corner of the bar having some beers, drinking what's probably the post-apocalyptic equivalent of light beer. Yeah.
Do they look familiar to me? Do I remember them?
Oh yeah, wow, you were pretty ham, Joe. Let's roll. Yeah, let's roll investigation.
All right. Wow, I should not have blown on it.
Are we scooting away from the result? Was that a 1? Oh, it's a 6. Okay. Yeah, no, you don't recognize them. I mean, you don't recognize them as specific individuals. You feel like you have seen one of these two, but that's it. You couldn't put a name to the face or really anything detail-wise to the face. You just recognize it. Welcome to seeing everybody I met in my last year of college.
All right. Yeah, no. I mean, admittedly, I probably wouldn't recognize their faces much anyway. Do I
Yeah.
recognize anyone's knees?
Yeah, there's some motorcycle knee pads there. You recognize those.
Yeah, it is those fuckers. Hey, I'd love to stay in chat. Noodles will pull out. No, you know what? No, she's gonna be like, I gotta go, but I got something you guys would like to hear. And yep, you guessed it. She's gonna pull out the pamphlets.
Hell yeah, expect nothing
Ooh,
less.
paper.
Yeah, you see, there's a reason I left Chicago.
Because it
I have
sucked?
a vision.
Was it all the elves? Vampires.
Better
I had to leave California because all the damn vampires.
explosions.
And one of them spits out his drink as ooh.
Do you guys know that the universe was created by an explosion?
Uh-huh.
Well, of course, I feel like goblins would generally know this fact more than like some humans that might be around.
Yeah. One has now
That's
climbed up
right.
on the table and is kind of excitedly doing a little squat up and down dance.
Noodles will pass out the sacramental sparklers.
Yeah. And you can
No,
see
I
you
didn't
can,
even light it. Yeah.
oh, there's
So
fire.
here's the deal.
Um
I had a vision of the big boom. The big boom, that energy is still going around. And it has a lesson that whenever the world sucks, you just gotta blow something up to make room for something new. That's why one other reason I'm here. I'm gonna take these fuckheads out of the picture, so maybe this town can shape up some.
I mean, it's pretty all right. It smells great. It's got plenty of, plenty of open water, and the neighbors are pretty neat.
Yeah, but it's gonna be better.
Yeah, I mean, everything could be better. You could dip it in chocolate or whatever.
Noodles contemplate, like fully sits back to contemplate the idea of dipping a town in chocolate. I'm gonna come back in a couple of years and we will try that out.
Yeah.
In the meantime, let's see how much the town improves if we get rid of some shitheads.
All right. One of them pulls out giant knife.
No, right now.
Oh.
But
Full table.
Noodles
Aw.
does, but as a sign that that size does matter, Noodles will give a flirtatious little smile to that one. Listen, I gotta go back to my friends to let them know that these dickheads are here.
Okay.
But you read over those brochures.
I can't remember if I can read. Yeah. I'll read it. Yeah.
And then, would you guys like to? Would you guys like to be backup in case we do need to? These guys.
I mean, why would we back up? I've got a knife. I'm supposed to run at him, right?
Well, see, I got a theory. This guy. Wouldn't it be really cool if we could make them stop being shitheads?
Well, yeah, that's what the knife's for, right? Another one. I brought my gun. It's a whole dirty, hairy pistol.
Did you make a lightsaber noise?
That's supposed to. Well, yeah. You know what? We'll just do that. But it's supposed to be the noise over the barrel that
Oh, okay.
with a bottle kind of thing. All right, go ahead.
So I want to try talking to him. Then, if talking don't work, we're gonna stab the fuck out of him.
Stab, 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 and suddenly slowly the table is kind of whispered chanting, stab, 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 and you can see Daisy from across the bar is like,
Do we hear the stab chant
looks up
at
at
all?
her and gives her a best. It's fine. It's fine. Nope.
her fantastic nails.
That wouldn't be Noodles. Noodles would
Pretty.
be
If it
like
wasn't for
grenade,
eyes-
grenade, grenade.
Anyway, I'll call you guys later, okay?
Yeah.
Don't stab now. Stab later. You don't
Stab
want to get kicked out of the
Stab
bar.
later. Stab later. Stab later. Stab later.
Do the gatekeepers react to the chanting?
Yeah, one of them, the one that you kind of recognize, does a little bit of a and goes back to his drink.
Noodles would have hit her face just in case. Not that it
Yeah.
matters because they probably remember the rainbow colored hair.
Yeah.
Noodles is going to slip down and go back towards her friend's table. Hey, you guys using this bolster?
No, all for you.
No?
Noodles will take the bolster and carry it over to a chair at her friend's table. So I can look my friends in the face.
Climbing up onto the.
Anyway, and so that's what I was like, man, I don't even need this bike.
Yeah, hey guys, remember those people? Remember the assholes I was looking for?
Yeah.
Found two of them.
We were just talking about them.
Yeah,
Huh?
apparently they've been apparently, and I relate everything the goblins told to me about them being run out of town. Pay
Okay.
no attention to the chance of stab, but I did get us some backup just in case.
I mean,
Okay,
should
yeah.
you really stab later what you can stab today?
Lady's got a point. Timor says he gets up. Oh yeah, no, these guys look.
Real quick.
Oh.
Real quick.
Look.
So they're working for hobgoblins. That makes sense. Because the ones we dealt with were doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's like they've got like a real militant vibe culturally, so I think they lean into it sometimes.
The hobgoblins or the talls? Who has a militant culture? What?
The hobgoblins.
The hobgoblins. They're like rank and file. Man, it's really lame, but
Yeah,
they're
they're
into
kind
it.
of assholes in general. They're like the uncool cousins.
Not okay. Wait, gotta correct that. Hobgoblins are pretty chill in this setting for the most part. They do have a regimented and kind of a regimented society, but it's not all directed towards militarism and stuff like that.
They have a real like regimented society, but they're pretty chill. But it's like I get
Dear
that
God.
they can be,
Um,
anybody can fall under the influence of bad dudes,
Yeah.
hobgoblins,
Yeah.
people.
so like I said, look, I wanted to be a surprise, but fine, I'll ruin my sense of showmanship for you. I'm
You're-
just gonna try and see if they're really happy being assholes, and maybe we can get them to stop being assholes without stabbing them.
I love that.
Yeah. No.
And
Go.
then if they're like, no, we like being assholes, goblin sack, me, then we stab them a lot.
I would really hope we don't stab them, to be honest. But I hope you're right.
I think 100% we will end up doing that. But you go ahead with your plan.
I might choke them, not stab.
Well, I'm gonna try and explode some of them.
I mean, if we're being real literal, I'm gonna shoot him, but
Yeah,
come on.
Are we
but,
sure
you
we want to?
Yeah.
well,
we sure
we're
we want
gonna-
to blow up
I'm
this
just saying
beautiful
that if
woodwork?
it doesn't work out, that they don't want to stop being assholes, then we're gonna murderify them.
I mean,
About
maybe we should like follow them back to their.
yeah, that's
Other
what I was
dude?
gonna suggest. That's what I was gonna suggest. We'll follow him back to the big guy because we don't just want to stab these two guys. I mean,
Mhm.
if
I
if
thought
we're
you
talking
didn't want to stab him at all. I'm
Yeah,
confused.
no,
Are we
that's-
killing people or not?
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of want to stab them, but I'm trying to follow the path to the big boom, and provide. Remember that metaphor bit? I said I was going to explain it later. I have no impulse control, so I'm going to tell you now.
Oh
Neat.
my god, I'm gonna get a drink. See if I can chat up Daisy.
Good luck with that.
Don't interrupt the romance.
I do what I want. Don't tell me how to live my life.
Absolutely
Shut up.
interrupt the romance.
Noodles would try and kick Eden, but her legs can't reach. So, yeah, look. These guys made me angry. But anyway, the metaphor is, you got to get rid of old stuff, but it's also, I figure, any force that creates things and brings stuff together using explosions doesn't like being bored.
Fair
So
enough.
Yeah.
I figure we got to keep things as interesting as possible to drive off the inevitable forces of entropy so the world doesn't end again.
Okay.
And,
All right.
and you know what? I've watched some old media, and what I've heard, everybody likes a good redemption story.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
Sure.
They
shooting
like
for.
adventure stories. They like action flicks. So this is going to be one of the two.
Fair enough.
We'll
Okay.
do our best. So you want to confront these two now?
Yeah, so
No.
we'll wait for them to leave and then follow them back, because if the talking is going to work, you can't just talk to two of them. You got to do it all at once.
I mean, we should
Mm.
absolutely follow them back to wherever the
Okay.
stash is. I do agree with that.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
at this time, Isaac approaches the
they don't have
table
my-
and pulls out a seat, Timur's chair, and sits in it and leans in. Hey guys, did you know there's a couple of boners over there in the corner?
yeah, we're on it.
Yeah.
Well, what's the plan?
We're going to follow them. How
Just tail 'em,
sneaky.
man.
Well,
Because you see, apparently because more. One explanation later. So
yeah.
anyway, we got to catch the whole group of them, especially since that's probably where my car is.
Okay, and how do you plan on getting them to leave before closing?
I don't mind waiting until closing.
Yeah, the sangria is actually pretty decent.
Noodles
I'm
is
surprised.
just gonna shout. Noodles was like, "Ugh." Wait, before I try this, how did it go with Daisy?
Oh, it's fine. Timur's over there making an ass out of himself. His head's and heart are in the absolute wrong place, but you got to give it to him.
Do you?
He makes you look good better by comparison, you mean?
Yeah, that works. True
Okay.
story.
Well, I'm
We,
gonna get the goblins here to make a ruckus.
Oh, okay. Don't break anything. I'm on thin ice.
No,
I'm coming back.
All I am going to break is into song.
Oh
Oh,
my
I
god.
definitely
Oh,
thought you were going
God,
to set
what?
something
Wait,
on
what?
fire.
This is a twist.
I want the romance to succeed.
I
Noodles
where
is
you-
gonna go
where-
to the
hey,
goblins, and she's gonna say, "Hey, do you guys know all for me grog?"
Well, I personally, as your GM, don't. So,
Okay.
huh?
Okay, no. Hey, do you guys know 9 to 5?
That
Pick the one person that doesn't know it is our GM.
yeah, I don't know songs. I need you to go with me here. We're gonna need to like almost montage this because I can't. Yeah, I don't know songs and I certainly don't sing.
Alright.
So
Well, then the role of the goblins will be played by the other players who sang this with me last week.
okay.
If they're willing. And anyone back out now, this is your last chance. Okay. I
Got
have
to sing some
consent.
copyrighted music.
Oh yeah.
Always a good idea.
Yeah.
Always a great
Wait
idea.
a second. Yeah, let's go ahead and montage.
So you
that
guys know
possible
row,
DMC.
row your boat?
Yeah.
row, rowing the boat.
Row your boat gently down the stream.
Absolutely.
Merrily,
Just
merrily, merrily,
Scream
merrily,
metal
merrily,
version.
merrily, 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 merrily.
Definitely doing it in circles, you know,
Yeah, no,
in round.
It's row your boat meets metal, and there is 100% choreography probably.
100% probably.
Row your boat
Down the stream.
And so during this performance,
we're not going to destroy anything, but we're probably going to make the place pretty uncomfortable for anyone who's not a goblin.
right. Well, actually, most people aren't weird about that. Just me and the gatekeepers. I'm not even weird about goblins. I'm just weird about singing in public. The rest of the people, they chill. They're kind of like, oh yeah, maybe a little grooving on it. There's a gremlin off to kind of near another corner, enjoying their Bloody Mary and staring over their glasses, maybe a little disapprovingly. Daisy at the bar is, I think she's into it. And yeah, the gatekeepers are definitely pissed off. And so yeah, they slam their beers down on the table, you know, amongst a number of other beer bottles, and get up and leave. And as they do, you know, they go out of their way to like crowd up to the table of goblins and like nudge and push and shove some of them, and then make their way to the door and bounce.
I am just contemplating doing something very incredibly stupid.
Oh God.
Shocker.
Do it.
Shock.
Yeah, okay, fine. That's all the accomplishment I needed. Noodles doesn't weigh that much, right? Not
Right.
enough that a drunk person would necessarily notice.
Noodles absolutely weighs like 45 pounds, I would say.
Fuck it. She's gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna try and I'm gonna become a backpack for the one in the back.
Oh, you're gonna need such a stealth roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to do that. I'm gonna need you to roll a stealth roll.
That's very sneaky.
That's
I having other goblins around, she needs to get her panache credit. Why am I
Yeah,
using
for
that guy? That guy hated me.
Like a
life
bat on
is
a
a nightmare called dream. Merrily, merrily, merrily.
I'm
merrily.
hoping I get some cover from the mosh pitting choreography of the goblins around.
Do not go gently down the stream.
The vertigo harmonic.
So remember that I can never roll higher than a 10.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's still in effect. So that'll be a total of 12.
Okay. Yeah, that does not succeed. This individual kind of some of that business right there. Get off me.
Noodles will let herself fall down to the
Whoa, Noodles, let it go! Let it go, Noodles, let it go!
Surf the crowd.
Yeah, okay.
And-
Noodles will pretend that that was her plan all along, and she will try and body surf the goblins.
She succeeds. You do see, once you have dismounted the racist, you do see that one kind of half-heartedly kicks at you and starts to approach the table aggressively, and the other one's like, "No, man, no."
Crowd surfing away.
Casually crowd surfing.
That was a great sentence that I never expected to hear said out loud.
Dismounting the racist.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
That's
I
my
just
next album.
had to, yeah.
Yeah, I'd prefer degloving the racist, but that's all right. Yeah, and so they definitely leave the establishment.
Noodles will when she gets to the edge of the crowd, she'll head for her friends.
Lou is at the at the door, ready to follow. I think, ready to just start trying to subtly make his way behind them.
That would have been so cool if it would have worked, though.
How would
Uh-huh.
that have worked?
I don't know, Noodles. That was a rough bet.
Daisy
I think
approaches.
I'm trying from them, not from you.
Daisy approaches with a newspaper, old newspaper. No, it wouldn't be newspaper. It would be brown paper. Kind of, package of cloth scramp food.
Oh,
bits.
dang.
Yeah. All right. So this is going to have to be to go.
Yeah.
We haven't
Sorry
seen.
about the scene.
Yeah, we haven't seen those goblins that riled up since. Well, somebody once came by with a bunch of fireworks and decided to do a 4th of July thing.
Noodles puts on her most innocent, do not just give the goblins sparklers expression.
So yeah, feel free to come on back, but I think you're done for this evening.
Yeah, we're gonna go possibly
Thanks,
scare
Jen.
some racists. Have a great night.
Excellent. I don't care. Yeah, have a good one.
Just Lou starts wolfing down claw scramps. Are they good? This is
They
what matters.
are good. They are good.
Oh my God, Noah, you got to get in on this.
Ooh, can I try one of them?
Noah, possibly
Hmm?
Eden. Come on.
Oh, I assume this is wow.
Yeah, no,
walking.
we're
Yeah.
walking. And
Yeah, we're walking.
We're sneak walking and eating.
It's the most
Yeah.
casual cover. We're just having a night.
yeah.
Also, I
Can
really
I-
want one of these cloth scramps.
Get it?
Yeah, I
Get
want. Noodles will 100%. Look, guys, I'm short. I have tiny legs. Can I please get a ride?
And Timur, who has followed, Isaac is sitting at the bar, and he.
Actually, Noodles will follow
Lover,
on.
not a fighter.
But Timur has his duffel bag full of firearms with him still, but it's zipped up, and he picks you up and lets you kind of sit on the duffel bag in front of him. He cinches the strap shorter so it's up kind of higher, and
Thanks.
yeah, no problem. I wasn't getting anywhere with Daisy.
I won't let them
yeah,
come
no,
out.
you weren't.
So I'd advise either turning on your sneaking brains, or just being very claw scramp.
Get in on this. But I would like to roll deception to make it seem like we're walking down. Oh, you know what? I don't want to do that. Oh no, I do want to do that.
Okay.
I do want to.
I thought actually, I think I would like to do that.
Okay.
Noodles is going
I
to be
will
like,
help.
look, we didn't leave. We didn't need to leave, guys.
I will help.
I will take your help. That's cocked.
Got a cock all your
That is once again my luck for a 15. 8 on the die. So if anyone's watching here wants to get on my throne gifts, I have a bunch of dice on there because these ones are broken. Yeah, so I'll take the 15.
That's good enough.
Thank
And
God.
and Timur is in his way assisting, and he's like, "No, seriously, you got them all riled up, and you know it's a quiet, cozy establishment, and I mean it's Wednesday, it's not that kind of night."
I mean,
Oh,
you gotta get to the
karaoke's
office.
Thursdays.
Yeah, no, Thursday is ladies' night, I think. Friday is when we party. You know, it's that's when you get all your friends together and
Yeah.
do the crazies.
One night I'm gonna take you guys to Goblin karaoke. You'll love it.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it sounds fun.
No,
Those guys had a
Think
really
that
different
karaoke
sound, I
can
will say.
include that many pyrotechnics displays, but you'd be wrong.
I would, you know, I'd never make that assumption. Thank you, though.
You're a smart man, Seymour.
Yeah.
Don't let anyone tell you different, no matter how hard they try.
Well, I don't. I got all these knuckles. Oh yeah. And so if you're following these guys, they go around kind of. They end up actually parked nearby to your boat. Are you going to hop into your boat immediately? I would imagine not.
No, we'll stand around near the docks, I would guess.
Yeah.
But are they getting into their boat and leaving?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Hey guys, watch this. Mills doesn't actually do anything. She's just making sure that they don't turn around.
No.
How? Cost grants, man. These are good.
These are good, yeah.
So yeah, they turn on a, you know, their boat is not a fancy fan boat. It's just a regular old boat with an outboard, and like it's pretty loud. It's not like horribly loud, like, oh, we're gonna wake up the neighborhood, you know, but it makes plenty of noise.
They don't have an obnoxious on purpose boat.
Yeah. You know, anyways, I keep trying to decide if fan boats are louder than outboards.
Well,
Like
not
I-
with my modifications.
I've actually put whole minutes of thought into that on my off time. But yeah, so they are definitely not pro mariners, so they have a little bit of trouble, you know, getting out of that dock, which y'all think might give you a good opportunity to go ahead and hop in your craft.
Yeah, and I do my best to fiddle with it before we start it up to make it quiet quickly before we hit.
So anyway, I says to Mabel, I says
I says to Mabel.
I've never. Who's this Mabel? Oh, we're doing that. Yeah, Mabel. What a busybody. What a nosy bitch. Oh, sorry, that was a terrible. Forgot
Noodles
mixed
is
company.
going to pat him, like reach up and pat him consolingly on the arm.
Thank you. I don't usually. It's not usually
Here,
a sneaky time.
leave this to us. You'll be fine.
Okay. You know, I've been
Stand
told though, when I stand around dead silent, I'm like a sphinx, and I mean that's kind of cool. Except I don't really know what the sphinx is, but they didn't say it like it didn't sound nice when they said it.
Why don't you just like
Riddles?
flex your muscles?
I mean, I can do
let's
that.
those. Yeah, give it a little
Those.
flex.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it's
Yeah.
it's
Feel
pretty.
good about that, man.
Noodles
Yeah, I do.
will probably turn around too.
I do lots of pull-ups is the big deal. I got this big latissimus dorsi.
Nice.
And yeah, now they're kind of far enough ahead, and their engine's loud enough that you can kind of be up behind them.
Yep.
We're definitely not having the light on on the front of the boat.
Probably no reason. There are
Yeah.
lights about, like on the bridges and stuff like that. It's dark, but it's not, pitch black out there by any means. It's a dark nighttime street with street lamps, kind of thing.
Okay.
And they pretty
Follow.
close to, yeah, they pretty close to immediately turn to starboard, turn right down one of the cross canals, which they follow for a few minutes, 5 minutes, and then turn again more gently right as canal kind of split there. Pretty narrow canal at this point, and there are walkways next to the canals. At this point, you've probably got a yard, 1 meter, on each side away from the little walkways there, the elevated walkways. In the boat, on the water, the walkways are about head height.
Anybody out and about on the walkways? How busy is this area?
Yeah, there's people. It's only at this point 9 p.m. You were in the bar for a while. We did some montage, all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, it's 9 p.m. And yeah, so it's not full
If
on,
I listen hard, can I still hear the goblin sing along?
No, not at this point, but it only recently drowned out. You are hearing a little bit of, softer music from some of the dwellings, to the side there, people going about their lives. And it's not a miserable town. It's miserable hot, it's super humid. You've been you've been fairly well drenched by rain tonight. But it's not a miserable, shitty place to live necessarily. But yeah, so they take that little gentle right turn, and actually, after another 10 minutes, end up on a canal that leads up to some more land. So basically, this town has been kind of built into a cut sort of thing. I'm sure there's it's built into a bay. It's like literally wrapping around this small bay, and this is just one part of where it goes aground, or where the land encroaches, I suppose. And so they pull their boat up onto the this is kind of, I don't want to say abandoned, it's just that the piers and the structures have kind of ended here, and this is sort of a pool. Obviously not a tide pool technically, but well, kind of. Anyways, they pull their boat up onto the land, and they just tie it to a tall dead tree and leave it there, and then walk off into the woods. You see, on a kind of half-assed path.
All right. I steered. Noodles. Where should we go, Noodles?
We'll follow them, but one sec. Let's take a part from their boat so they can't go back into town unless we want them to.
I love that. I parked the boat right next to theirs, and briefly tie our boat off to their boat. And I go to start pulling a spark plug.
At a quick look around, are there other vehicles?
No,
Okay.
Nice. Okay, good question.
this is an edge of town kind of
Okay.
situation.
An undeveloped
I
store.
just feel that the three of us are. I kick down the door, I pick the lock, I check to see if it is locked, in that order.
And Noah is quietly observing to see what kind of shit happens as a result of any of this. And yeah, Timur kind of stumbly gets out of the boat. All right, little buddy. And he puts his duffel bag down into the boat, reaches in. So what do we think? I have my semi-auto shotgun, pistol handle, 12 gauge. Crowd pleaser, I'd like to call it. Puts it back in. I got my Thompson. It's old school, very loud. but everybody likes a Chicago
While he's
typewriter.
talking, Noodles sneaks on ahead.
Oh shit. Okay. I have dual pistol, but I don't want to, I don't want to step on toes. We got dual pistol. We can't both be running around like dual pistols. It's not John Woo.
I mean, no. Go with your instincts, and yeah, come on, let's catch up with Doodles, man.
Oh,
She's already run off.
okay. I do shotgun. It's old standard.
Oh yeah, we're super quiet about it.
I said I got a lead.
Okay. Stealth. Yeah. Actually, you don't have to stealth check right now because that's not how stealth checks technically work. I don't think. So yeah, you can hear him kind of. They're just grousing. The one guy. You can recognize his voice after he protested you riding on his back, and he's just grousing and saying generally unpleasant things about goblins, maybe not, respecting personal space, all this, that, and the other.
I mean-
always touching you and their weird little hands.
Is your plan still to talk to them?
Yeah, just a little bit. Like I said, if you hear them try and shoot me, then let me throw a grenade, and it's all up to the party because it's gonna be a party.
All
But-
right.
Okay, but honestly, that was mostly true, except for the weird hands part. That was kind of offensive.
That was the part you objected to?
Well, I mean, we don't really have a sense of personal space, so I can't argue with that.
And
Okay.
Cultural differences are hard between peoples. Whispered intensely. It's interesting how different cultures coming together come into such a complicated arrangement, and yet they are also assholes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like I don't object. If they told me, hey, we don't like you touching us, then I'd probably at least try and stop touching them. But there's no need to go around calling my hand weird. I have 4 fingers, 3 fingers, and a thumb like everybody else.
They're very normal hands, Noodles. They're very normal.
I only have the 3 fingers.
Oh shit. I mean, oh shit.
Yeah. But so that was the part that was an insult. The rest was just statement of fact and personal preference. You get what I'm saying?
I
Yeah.
have to admit, my hand's pretty weird. And at
No.
that time, he steps on a twig, and it's not a small twig; it's a big boy. He's a big boy. Snap! Fuck! Go ahead and roll.
Second to be stealth or second to be initiative?
Stealth.
Oh, thank you. I retract the fuck you I hadn't actually yet spoken.
Oh no.
Oh, Eden. No.
What does stealth go off of? Dex? Okay.
Mhm.
That's still not gonna it doesn't matter. That's a 6.
Oh.
I rolled as a 2 on the die. I'm like looking like it's gonna make any difference.
I'm just noping out of my rolls. I'm noping out of my rolls. I'm noping out.
I got a 19.
but it's not gonna matter. Yeah,
I have a 6. Doesn't matter.
I mean, those
and
of
that's
you
not
who
even the
rolled-
worst.
Those of you who rolled decently can feel free to grab a hiding spot if you want. The other 2 of you.
Was this a group stealth check or was this individual?
Well, you're not being looked directly at, so yes, sort of. Yes.
Sort of, yes. Yeah, no, I go into hiding and I try to continue up alongside the path to see
Oh,
if there's
hold on, real quick. Do we still have the effects from the T?
Yes.
ooh, +2
Oh.
from the T.
Oh, okay. 1.
You
I was
still
like,
rolled
well,
one.
I'm a 7 then.
No, it was
That
plus
was
1.
6.
Oh yeah.
It's plus one there.
21.
So 15 for me.
Okay. So yeah, Noah and Lou both
20.
are able to scramble into a decent hiding spot. Timur absolutely not. So he's standing there with a shotgun, like, I can't believe. And he did just shout fuck. Like, it's
Wait, has
stupid.
your finger been missing the whole time? Oh shit.
Yeah, no, didn't lose it today. And yeah, the two guys, come back around. They, what was it? What was that? What the? And they come back through. They don't have flashlights. They're stupid. So let's see here. Go ahead and actually, you know what? We did just get a signal from the producer, and it is that time of night. We don't want to roll initiative right now, so we're going to call
Yes,
it a
we
session.
do.
No,
Want to, can, less so.
I have learned my lesson from trying to pack a combat or an initiative roll into the back end of a stream. So we will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Woo!
Yeehaw.
Borg.
Forg,
Or,
Hey.
scram.
Ram.
Boss Grams.
hey,
Oh, Scramps.